Embrace your challenges.
Who doesn't like going to the beach? Growing up, I loved going to the beach. Whether it was skimboarding or building a sandcastle or just laying in the sun, going to the beach was one of my favorite activities. In the summer of 2020, me and my family got the opportunity to take a vacation to Cannon Beach in Oregon. I'd been looking forward to this vacation for months, maybe even a year. I'd been planning out everything I was going to do in my head, how I was going to spend the whole day skimboarding and running along the beach and just walking around everywhere. I was going to have the best vacation ever. We arrived in town around 2, but we couldn't get into our Airbnb till 3, so we decided that we were going to go down to the beach. We drove to the beach, and as soon as we got there, I grabbed my board and my brother's, and full of excitement, we ran down to the ocean. We began to skimboard, and 10-15 minutes into skimboarding, I jumped on my skimboard. One of my feet landed on the skimboard, the other feet dug into the sand, and my ankle snapped.
This is a picture taken of my ankle the night that I broke it, and as you guys may notice, an ankle is not supposed to look like that. It kind of looked like a little balloon around my leg.
After I finished crying like a baby, my brothers picked me up and started carrying me to the car. We got to the car and drove back to the Airbnb. We decided that we didn't want to go to the hospital that night because it was late and the closest hospital was 45 minutes away in Seaside. I remember laying on the couch that night thinking how mad I was, how I just wanted to go home, how my vacation was ruined. The next morning we got up and we went to the hospital. We went in, they did the scans, they told me that I had a sprained ankle, but it might be broken, they couldn't really tell. They gave me crutches and a boot, and they told me that I couldn't swim and I could not put any pressure on my right foot for at least a couple weeks. I was even more mad walking out of the hospital than I was when I went in. I remember getting into the car and my dad asked me what I wanted to do that day. I looked at him and I said, "There is nothing to do. I can't do anything. All my plans are ruined. The vacation's ruined." He looked at me with that face, kind of letting me know that I was being a little dramatic, and he started to tell me, and he's like, "Nick, there's still plenty of things you can do. You can spend time with family. You can walk around. You can crutch around on the beach. You can still lay in the sand and enjoy the sun. Just because your original plans you can't do doesn't mean your vacation's over." For most of the car ride, I was still mad and still upset, but in some point in the car ride, something flipped. I thought, maybe vacation isn't ruined. Maybe I just need to make the best out of what I still can. So as soon as I got back to the Airbnb, I grabbed my brother and I told him we're going to go on a walk. We proceeded to spend the rest of the night walking around the beach, talking, going through the little shops, and having fun. That night, we all sat around the campfire at the beach, and I began thinking how blessed I was and how I got the opportunity to go on vacation with my family and make these memories with my family. Even if I didn't get a skimboard and do all the things I originally planned, it was important that I was grateful for the things I still had.
This is a picture of us sitting around the campfire.
Every morning that vacation, I got up and I went on a walk along the beach. I played games with my families, enjoyed the views, and explored Cannon Beach, Seaside, and Fort Stevens, using my crutches to watch all around, refusing to fall behind. I even took off my boot and swam a little, even though the doctor told me not to.
This is a picture of us walking on the beach by Haystack Rock in Cannon Beach. And here's a couple pictures of our time at Fort Stevens.
Life is full of challenges and hardships, and I'll be lucky if the biggest challenge I ever faced is breaking my ankle on vacation. No matter how hard we try, our plans almost never end up exactly how we want them to. You can't live a life where when you're faced with challenges, you run away or give up. Instead of giving up, face your challenges head on and make the best out of what you have and find the joy in the little things. As you face your challenges, you'll begin to find that life does go on. You learn from your challenges and you grow. Plans change and you adapt. I can't promise you that life's always going to be good, but I can promise you that facing your challenges head on will always work better than running away.